What's up, YouTubing? We got another house pad to do, and this one's gonna be a little bigger one. I think this is it's gonna be about a 40 by 80, I think, somewhere around in there. I can't remember. What I'm gonna do, just got the 306 here right now. I'll bring the 299 back tomorrow when I come back. I'm a good ways from the house. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take first I got to get my measurements, put me some flags up for reference. I'm gonna strip the topsoil back and just lay it back. I'll lay it back on this side, and then I'll probably use it because it's gonna take quite a bit of dirt in this corner. And what I want to do is take down this little hill and then use it to build this corner up so I don't have such a fall and the house isn't sitting so high off the ground. So anyway, let's see what's in the snack bag. I got some different stuff today. I got the Sour Patch grape. I usually get the other kind. The little convenience store didn't have a whole lot, but they didn't have the right crackers, so I got the Keebler this time. I really like the Ritz better than all of them. And let's see what this thing's all about. We got a Reese's snack bar. The pretzels are really good, but I didn't see them. And another pack of crackers. So that's gonna be my little snacky snacks for today. All right, well, let me get the excavator fired up. Well, first I gotta get my reference lines. All right, I got my flags out, and what I may have to do, I may have to move it over a little more this way. I wanted to kind of get away from that power pole a little bit, but because that's only 65 feet, and I'm almost out of room over there. Of course, just as long as you get where the actual house is going to sit, you know, you want to come out a little, about 10 feet from that, the actual house dimensions. But as long as you get all the bad dirt out from where the actual house is going to sit, it don't really matter about the after the house, you know. So I'm waiting to hear back from the mobile home people to tell me the exact dimensions, so I'll know whether that's good or I need to move the house over some more. So let's fire 306 up and get to moving some dirt. All right, I'm gonna try a new camera angle here. Y'all are like right in front of my face. I closed this door because this machine's a little loud when you've got all the doors open. And the bad thing is this home, they just texted me and said it needs to be about a 40 by 90. I think that's way overkill. Because a 90 foot ain't gonna fit in here, not at all. So I'm gonna have to do it about a 40 by 80. I'm trying to get my bearings here. I think what I'm going to wind up doing is setting this on the outside. I'm going to have to turn around, I think, and set it on the other side. Because actually what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take down the hill over there down quite a bit, and even the front yard right here has got to come down. It don't look that steep when you're looking at it from the road, but actually probably out there by those flags is a good, probably close to 5 feet of elevation. So let me get turned around here. Well, I'm just gonna track forward. You always start with a plan, but when you get started, it usually changes. dirt to put on this back corner. I'm gonna have to come closer to that power pole than I was wanting to, but I guess that'll be all right because they've actually already got their wires hanging down. The power company does. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this on the back side here. And the skid steer does okay stripping topsoil. But really I prefer to do it this way. That way I can sit in one spot and get a bunch of it and then kind of put it closer to where it needs to be instead of having to track back and forth with that skid steer. Y'all couldn't tell by now, I just really don't care for running the skid steer that much. Give a little more throttle. And I'm already down to good dirt where I can see it's got we're down to the sandier dirt and out of the topsoil, so it ain't gonna take a whole lot to get this stripped off. About like it was on that last job. That's the thing about, I guess, like I said, I'm probably 40 miles from the house. I'm a good ways. And even still, there's just not a whole lot of topsoil around here. Anywhere really. It's not deep topsoil, it's just mostly sandy. It's either red sand or nothing but gumbo clay. Stripped off, and I do need to call my dirt guys and see what their time frame looks like. We've had a couple of days of sunshine, but the ground is still just, it ain't even began to dry up really. It's a good thing is I got decent ground to sit on here. There's no telling what the dirt pit looks like. Cutting out topsoil is kind of soothing. I really wish, I might as well just go ahead and bite the bullet and buy a smooth bucket for this thing, tilting bucket. I actually have one for the 313 that I haven't showed yet, and I've just kind of been waiting. I guess the cat's out of the bag on that now. Alright, so I got all my topsoil cut out. And I think what I'm going to do to kind of help save on a lot of dirt, or to even get this thing within the budget, is I'm going to cut out maybe another 10 feet of topsoil here, and then cut that down and lay that good dirt back over here, and that will give me my rise up from there. And that way any water coming down the hill will hit that little swell and run around the house here into this ditch. And the same thing I'm going to do in that very corner up there. I'm going to just take that, that's probably about 2 feet that I've got it cut down now. I'm just going to take that whole thing and lay it back on the back side over here, and that will give me that will lower that up there and give me more dirt here. And when I get the skid steer, I'm going to take all that dirt and move down here on this lower end, and as they bring dirt in, I'll just fill it in from back here to hopefully get get it within 1 or 2 feet of that up there. It don't have to be perfectly flat, but close, so they don't have to use so many brick. And I hit a pipe over here. Just of course it ain't going nothing, but it looks like it's, you can see I'm down to, this is going to turn into old gray clay really quick. There's not a whole lot of sand in this dirt. I thought it was going to be a little more, but it's not. Found a candy cane. I don't know what that's going to. I think it's just a, because their driveway used to come down through here. It used to be a home sitting here in that little bucket right there. That's where the septic ties in, and they said they wanted to build a porch back here, so otherwise I'd have got a little close to the septic, but it ain't no big deal. I need to take out this little, like I said, kind of where the excavator's sitting. I'm just going to take that down. I'm going to take out this whole thing and lay this dirt here, and then I'll just kind of waste it in this little valley. I got a lot of topsoil to do something with. A lot of that will probably just get spread out down through there. I have to see kind of where they want it. And two, I'll use some of it kind of in that back corner. I use a lot of it back there to build back up to where this is going to be on grade. So anyway, I think I'm going to strip off some more topsoil, and I need to call my dirt guy and see when they can get to me. Alright, I just got off the phone with my dirt guy. Sorry about that, son. They should, he said he's going to check the pit this evening when they get through with the job, and see if he can haul out of there. If he can, then they'll probably start bringing me some dirt tomorrow, so that'll be good. But now it's time for a snacky snack. What do I want? I want crackers. I think I'm gonna start with this, try it out, and then I'll swap the old reliable. I like sweets, but it don't take a lot of them. Like this bag, about 4 or 5 of them. It's about really all I want, just to kind of keep my sugar from dropping out. It does it from time to time. So yeah, let me get a snack, and then I'm going to strip some more topsoil. So these are pretty good. I'd recommend these. The only bad thing is they, of course, they got chocolate on them, so they're gonna melt. You know what I really wish I had? Like a little portable coffee maker. I can drink coffee all day long and all night and just go to sleep. But I really wish I had a little coffee maker. Any of y'all have coffee makers that you carry around in your machine? Let me know. Well, good morning. It's 2 days later. They couldn't get to me yesterday because the pit was still a little wet, and they said it's still pretty wet today, so hopefully they can get to me. I just got the skid steer here. What I'm gonna do real quick is get this thing out of the way, because I hope they can back right here and dump right here, and then while I'm waiting on them, I'm gonna try to get this dirt moved down there, and you know, get that good. And after looking at it this morning, once I get my pad done, I may kind of cut down this a little bit more and move it down there to that lower corner, because that'll be pretty high down there, and it'll kind of help bring the yard up down there. So I think we'll be good. Let me get this thing fired up and out of the way. Well, the first dump truck just showed up. That's good, that's good. Got some good clay in it. I was hoping they'd bring me more clay, not so much sand, so that's perfect right there. Well, our dump trucks keep getting stuck. It's gonna be a long day, I can already feel it. Scratching some rock up right here. Looks like all the gravel's over there. Alright, I got those two loads spread out. I need to set up my transit and see how far off I am down here versus where the skid steer is. I basically need to just set my grade where the skid steer is and try to build this end up as close to as I can. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'll take all this topsoil, kind of lay it back in here. We'll build that corner up right there. Not sure what I'm going to be able to do up here just yet. I really needed to bring the grade up where the skid steer is, probably 2 or 3 feet, but that would probably put this in 6 feet off the ground down there. Just another bad spot. I don't know. I'd almost move that building right there and set my home further back. But it is what it is, so I'm gonna wait on the truck to get back and hopefully they don't get stuck again. We've had several good days now, good weather, but it's just like the ground is just not drying. And it's supposed to rain this evening, so we're trying to beat the rain. If I can at least get all the dirt hauled in here, maybe I'll come back and finish it if I don't get done today. But the goal is to get done today. I don't know if I'll get all this topsoil moved around or not. I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with it. All right, so I just shot grade on it, and I'm actually right on grade down there. I'm like an inch off, so that's plenty good. So I think now what I'm gonna do is at that corner is where my flag was, and the flag's over there. So what I think I'm going to make it steeper on the front side. Well, no, I'm just going to square it like I would normally, or rectangle it, because that's pretty deep right there. So I'll have a good bit of fill. I can get rid of this topsoil, and then even on the back side I can but I guess what I need to do, I still need to cut down a little bit right there, actually where the skid steer is on the back side of it. So what I figure what I'll do is I'll just take, even bring that up higher, and that way I can leave this end, or maybe bring this end up some more too. So we'll just see. I'll just keep dumping dirt down here and see how it goes. But I'm really not far off. It's just what's aggravating right now is I got all this topsoil and stuff sitting around everywhere, so it's kind of hard to see. What I really want to do is pull this bank back, and that way it kind of dips up to the house. But they're just gonna have to park right here. That's all I know. They won't be able to get around the house because the house is 80 something feet long, unless they set it as far back that way as they can. But I don't know. I really need this topsoil out of my way. Alright, so what I'm doing now is, while I'm waiting on the trucks, I got all the dirt spread, is I'm going to start cutting out this little bank. That way it'll give me a little more room from the house, and it kind of give me a place to cut a swell in so I can divert water from around this house, from around this side. So there won't really be any water, not a whole lot I don't think, coming this way. Take it on down even further, but there's, by the fence, there's a ditch on the other side of it, so kind of messes everything up. So I'm just gonna do what I can. I got plenty of backyard to waste all this dirt in. Wasn't wanting to do that, but I really ain't got no other choice. Taking about, I don't know, I guess about 30 minutes between loads. So they brought 2 trucks back to back that time, so I had to scramble to get the dirt out of the way of from the first truck. Wish they'd give me about 10 minutes between trucks. Like I said, we're trying to beat the rain, and I think we're gonna be fine. Just I've got a lot of finish work to do around this place before I can leave. With the truck. That didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. I hope he don't get off to the Alright, so I got one more load coming and that should do it. I've just got my dirt stockpiled down there towards the end. I know I'm going to have plenty of dirt here. And what I'm going to do is when I cut this bank down a little bit more, I'm going to take that topsoil and lay right along the edge of my red dirt to hold it. And that will give me, that will kind of move my ditch line over a little bit more. And I got plenty of area down there that I can cut this hill down a good bit. I mean, they're still going to have that road up there is probably, it's probably a good 6 feet at least above the house pad. So if that gives you a reference, it may be more than that. It may be closer to 10 feet. I don't know. We're down in a hole. Well, I'm just about finished. I got that hill blended in pretty nice. I'm gonna get in the skid steer now. I took all my topsoil back here and I'll put it up against the pad so that shouldn't wash, and I'm gonna back drag all this down off in here, and then that bank I'm gonna back drag it that way and smooth it all out, and then I'll smooth up here in the front yard, and that's just about gonna be a wrap. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it on this one. I've got a couple just small things. I need to get my shovel and get this dirt off this fence. And the ground's starting to pump pretty good right in here, and I got it smoothed down the best I could. The pad, I'm gonna actually get my laser, set it back up, and just see how far of a drop it is from down there to up here, which it's going to be fine. I just want to know, as long as it's within a foot or two, that ain't that bad, because that ain't nothing but a few blocks. So all right, that's gonna be it on the double wide pad. Y'all let me know what you think.